Welcome to Mindfucks with Mahara, where we flip your perspective, challenge your thinking, and leave you feeling surprisingly amazing about it all. I'm your host, Mahara, and this podcast is for the rebels ready to rage against their comfort zone, for those willing to flip their finger at mediocrity and sit in the fire of discomfort, knowing that's where the magic happens. Each episode, I'll share insights that might just blow your mind in the best possible way. So if you are ready to have your world rocked and your thoughts rewired, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Mindfucks with Mahara, the sacred space where we strip away the BS, call out the cosmic nonsense, and break free from the spiritual mean girls living in your head. Today's truth bomb: your inner voice doesn't need to be your worst enemy. If your brain feels like it's running a 24/7 high school gossip column, tearing you down, well, then this episode is your intervention. We are diving deep into what I call mental shit talk syndrome, the chronic unconscious habit of tearing yourself apart with thoughts that you didn't even choose. So, if you've ever caught yourself thinking, you're not good enough, who do you think you are, you're so lazy, or she's better than you, then buckle up. Your mean girl mind is about to get called all the way out. Here's the real mindfuck. Most high-achieving, spiritual, powerful women don't actually struggle with laziness. That's the story they may have been sold. The one they secretly fear is true every time they feel tired or uninspired. But it's a lie. What they really struggle with is mental cruelty. That quiet, relentless violence of thought that plays on repeat in their heads. The unspoken self-abuse that hides beneath polished affirmations and pretty planners. Is this sounding familiar? Well, I want you to know it's not a lack of ambition that keeps them stuck. It's a lack of self-compassion. You see, we've normalized this inner abuse by dressing it up as discipline. We call it holding ourselves accountable when really we're just bullying ourselves into burnout. We convince ourselves that the voice criticizing our every move is being helpful, realistic, honest, even humble. That if we silence her, we'll lose our edge. That softness is a weakness and only pressure creates diamonds. Well, you've heard me say this before, I call BS. Here is the truth, ladies. That inner voice that micromanages your energy, that interrupts your intuition, that punishes your pace and gaslights your needs, it isn't keeping you aligned. It's keeping you small. It's shrinking your nervous system. It's turning your visionary brilliance into an unending list of things you're not yet good enough for. Not true. And the worst part, she's been doing this for so long with such cunning consistency that you don't even recognize her as separate from yourself anymore. She's not just in your head. She's taken over your voice. You think she is you. And because of that, you keep trying to self-improve your way out of self-loathing. Maybe you meditate harder, eat cleaner, journal more. All the while, that voice in your head whispers that it's still not enough. Are you nodding along with me yet? Well, this is the shadow side of success. When the very mind that helped you climb the ladder becomes the cage that keeps you locked in shame. And the truth is, most high-functioning women don't need more drive. They need more kindness, more sovereignty over their thoughts, more ability to say, wait a second, that voice, that is not my truth. That's a program. Until we name it, it runs the show. And that's what we're going to do right now, peeling the mask off the inner dictator so you can finally take back your power. Who's with me? Brilliant. Let's go a step further and give her a face. If we're going to take her down from the throne that she's claimed in your mind, we need to see her clearly. So picture this. She's that bitchy voice in the high school bathroom stall, the one smirking behind her phone, the one who always has something to say about your body, your ambition, your timing, your tone. She's the one saying, ew, that outfit, when you try something new. Or they're all looking at you when you dare to be visible. You really think you're going to pull that off when you step into your power? Sound familiar? Well, she doesn't yell, she cuts. She doesn't protect, she provokes. And the scary part, she sounds like you, like your thoughts, like your truth. but she's not. This voice is a highly evolved version of every wound you didn't know you still carried. She's not evil. She's scared. She is, at her core, a trauma-informed control freak. She weaponizes your insecurities with surgical precision because she's trying to keep you safe. I've talked about this many times before. Here's how her logic goes. If you shame yourself first, no one else can. If you reject yourself, no one else will get the chance. If you beat yourself down early and often, you'll never be caught off guard. I gotta say that this one really struck home with me because that was me. I used to make fun of myself before anybody else can, or could, I should say. And I did this for years and years and years because I felt that if I joked about myself, it was okay. I gave other people permission and I made it feel like I was expecting it. It's no big deal. They're only doing it because I did it first. Doesn't mean anything. Well, of course it was absolute crap. Of course it meant something. It was me being mean and being okay with it. She developed in response to something, though, and I want to be very clear about that. Maybe it was a harsh parent, the emotionally unavailable partner, the culture that told you being too much was dangerous. She formed to help you survive. That part of me formed to help me survive, to fit in, to avoid humiliation, stay in control. And for a while, well, she probably did help because she kept you high functioning, polished, impressive. She helped me. I just don't need her help anymore, thank God. But now she's not protecting you. She's actually imprisoning you because you don't need her anymore. She's running your mind like a dictatorship, one where no success is ever enough, no rest is ever justified, and no emotion is allowed unless it's neatly packaged for public consumption. She censors your brilliance. I mean, seriously, that's what she's doing. She's editing your joy. The other thing she's doing, in all likelihood, is turning your intuitive nudges into interrogations. And the longer you let her run the show, the more disconnected you become from the parts of you that actually hold power. Your softness, your pleasure, your rage, your needs, your truth. That inner mean girl might be loud, but she's not wise. And she is not your future. She's the residue of your past trying to cling to relevance. So, would you agree it's time to stop taking orders from a scared little girl in a stall? It's time to remember you are the sovereign, not the student. You get to choose who speaks in your head and who gets shut the hell down. Okay, let's alchemize this because I'm not here to just call it out. I'm here to help you take your power back. So, here are 7 ways to shut down the mean girl mind and reclaim your mental throne. Grab a pen and paper if you haven't already. First, name the voice. Give her a name. Make her a character. Is she Prissy Patricia, Bossy Brenda, Nervous Nellie? Call her anything. The second you name her, you create distance. And in that distance, power. So when she shows up screaming about how you're failing at everything, you can say, chill out, Brenda. I've got this. Second, interrupt the script. The mean girl runs on autopilot. She thrives in repetition. So your job, interrupt the pattern, baby. We do this a lot in coaching. Interrupt the pattern. Say it out loud. Stand up. Change your environment. Snap a hair tie on your wrist if you want. Dance, shake, sing off key, anything to break the loop. Because you can't change a thought you're still unconsciously feeding. I'm going to repeat that. You can't change the thought if you're still feeding it, albeit unconsciously. So interrupt the pattern. Third, question the source. Ask yourself, whose voice is this really? Is it your mom's guilt trip? Your ex's put downs? That boss who micromanaged your brilliance? If it's not yours, you don't have to keep it. Say it with me. I return this lie to sender. Return to sender. Oh my God, I must be tired of him breaking out into song in this podcast, but you get where I'm going with this, right? Fourth, turn up the divine guide. Ooh, I love my divine guide. Your divine guide is quiet but consistent. She doesn't argue. She doesn't insult. She guides. To hear her, you need to turn down the chaos. So try this. Hand on heart, take a deep breath in and ask, what's actually true right now? And then wait. She might say, you're safe, you're learning, or you're already enough. Let her voice rise. Fifth, reclaim your shadow queen. Here's the deal. Your inner critic hates the shadow queen. You know why? Because she's wild and uncontrollable. But you need that untamed fire sometimes. So when your mean girl says, don't say that, you'll be judged, let your shadow queen answer and say, watch me. When your inner critic says, you're too much, let your shadow queen whisper, I wasn't made to be less. Start inviting your full self back to the table, not just the nice parts. Sixth, rewire through ritual. Here's your daily badass brain reset. Morning mantra sounds like this. Today, I speak to myself with reverence, not ridicule. Evening reflection. What lie did I catch today? What truth did I reclaim? This is spiritual weight training, folks. The more you practice, the stronger your real voice becomes. Seventh, call in witnesses. This is sacred. Let someone you trust know what the mean girl in your mind says. Say it out loud to a friend, coach, or journal on it, because shame shrinks when it's witnessed. And when someone else says, wait a second, that's not true about you. What the hell? That's not true. You start to believe it as well. Okay, let's do it together right now. Think of a mental shit talk phrase you hear often. Something like, you suck. Well, for me, it's you suck, but maybe for you, it's you're behind or you're too emotional. You'll mess this up. Okay, think of it. Now breathe. Take a deep breath in and ask your divine guide, what's the deeper truth here? Maybe it's, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Or my emotions are sacred messengers. Maybe it's even, hey, if I fail, I'll rise. Whatever comes up for you, consider it truth and repeat it out loud. Yes, you heard me right now. Repeat it out loud. That's how we flip the script, ladies. You are not your thoughts. You are the one witnessing them. And the fact that you can observe the mean girl, well, it means that you can overrule her. She might live in your mind, but she doesn't own your life. You don't owe her obedience. You don't owe her energy. You actually don't owe her a damn thing. And you definitely do not owe her the throne. So, are you ready to take action? Brilliant. I'm assuming you're all nodding. Fantastic. Here's your 3-day badass mind reclamation challenge. Day 1, catch the critic. Carry a small notebook, or you can use your phone, I guess. But every time you hear a mean thought, write it down, because awareness is everything. Step 1. Day 2, name and reframe. So give her a name. Remember, we talked about that earlier. Start reframing each thought with a divine guide truth. Day 3, speak sovereignty. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, you are not too much. You are not behind. You are divine. You are home. And say it like you mean it, girls, even if your mean girl rolls her eyes. Listen, beautiful soul, you were not born to be at war with your own mind. You were born to create, to lead, to love, to thrive. And you don't need to exile your inner critic. It's not about that. You need to educate her, though. So let her know, thanks for trying to protect me, but I lead now. I got this. Because your throne isn't made up of doubt. It's built from truth, compassion, and courage. So the next time your mind tries to shit talk your soul, just smile and say, nice try, Brenda, but I've got a divine mission to fulfill, and I don't need you to boss me around anymore. Ladies, if this episode hit home, come reclaim your throne inside the Trinity Transformation. It's my 3-week soul reset where your shadow queen rises, your inner critic gets restrained, gets not restrained, gets retrained. That's a Freudian slip right there. And your divine guide leads the way. You'll stop the spirals. you'll rewire your mind, and most of all, you'll remember who the hell you are. So, that mean girl might have been very loud, but your truth, sweetheart, she's so much louder now. She really is. So head over to my website, www.mindfulnesswithmahara.com, to say yes to yourself. And don't forget to rate, review, and share this episode with another woman who's done bullying herself. My name is Mahara. Here's to your power. Here's to your truth. And of course, here's to you. We'll see you next time on Mindfucks with Mahara.